This was an empty room 5 seconds ago. No furniture, no paint, nothing. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to redesign this same space 5 completely different ways using 2 AI models that are honestly starting to replace what interior designers charge hundreds of dollars for. Let's get into it. So Higgsfield just added Nano Banana to Lite for fast image generation and Gemini Omni Flash for animation and conversational editing. Most people think of these as tools for making videos of people, but today I want to show you something different, using this exact same pipeline to visualize interior design. And honestly, this might be the most practical use case I've tested yet. Link to try it yourself is in the description. First line. First, I'll head over to the Higgsfield image section and upload a real photo of an empty room. This could be your own living room, a rental you're moving into, or any empty space you want to redesign. Then I'll paste in my prompt, redesign this room as a modern minimalist living room. Warm wood floors, a low-profile beige sofa, large windows with soft natural light, a few potted plants, neutral color palette, photorealistic interior design photography. For this demo, I'll be using Nano Banana 2 Lite as the model. And because it's so affordable, I'm not going to stop at just one variation. 4 seconds later, everything is done. Take a look at these results. Same room, same layout, but a completely different atmosphere in each version. This is the one I want to bring to life. Now here's where it gets interesting. Instead of looking at a static image, I can turn it into an actual walkthrough. I'll simply click Turn to Video to jump directly into the video generation section. Once I'm here, I'll switch the model from Kling to Gemini Omni Flash, remove the existing prompt and reference image, then upload the redesigned room as my new reference image. After that, I'll paste in my walkthrough prompt and start generating the video. Watch this. This isn't a static mockup anymore. It genuinely feels like you're walking through a real space. That light shift, the way it moves across the floor as the camera pushes in, that's Omni actually reasoning about how a real room would behave under changing light, not simply panning across a still image. Now, imagine you decide that the minimalist look isn't what you want anymore. In a traditional workflow, you'd have to redesign everything from scratch. But watch this. I'm going to use the video I just generated as my reference video, then paste in this prompt. Change the style to warm modern farmhouse, add a fireplace, swap the sofa for a deep green velvet couch, warmer lighting overall. Just one sentence. No rebuilding the scene, no starting over, and no complicated edits. Now let's play the updated result. Same room, same layout, same camera movement, but an entirely different design style. This is the kind of change that would normally require multiple design revisions and mockups, yet it happens from a single prompt. Now this next example is the one that really caught my attention. Instead of animating from a single image, I'm going to give Omni 2 images, the empty room as the starting point and the fully designed room as the ending point. To do that, click on Frames, set the empty room as the start frame, and then set the redesigned room as the end frame. This is the exact prompt I'll be using, and I'll leave it in the description if you'd like to try it yourself. Now watch what happens. The sofa doesn't simply appear, it settles naturally into place. The wall color develops gradually instead of changing instantly. Furniture, lighting, and decor all transition smoothly as if the room is actually being transformed in real time. This isn't a simple before and after effect. Omni is generating the in-between motion and creating the entire transformation process. If you're presenting ideas to a client or even visualizing your own renovation plans, this is far more compelling than a side-by-side comparison. You don't just see the result, you watch the room become it. So here's what I actually think about all this, beyond just the demos. I've used a lot of AI design tools over the past year, and most of them give you a nice picture and that's it. You still have to imagine what it feels like to actually be in that space, what the lighting does at different times, whether that couch actually fits the vibe once it's not just floating on a white background. What Omni's doing differently is it's not generating a picture of a room. It's generating the experience of the room. The camera moves like a real camera would. Furniture settles the way furniture actually settles. Light behaves the way light actually behaves. And once you've seen that difference, it's hard to go back to static mockups. Now, Is this going to replace interior designers? No, and I don't think that's really the point. What this replaces is the 50 hours you'd spend on Pinterest trying to figure out if a green couch works in your space, or the 3 separate contractor visits just to visualize a paint color. This is a tool you use before you spend real money, so that when you do commit to a design, you're not guessing anymore. And honestly, the thing that gets me is how fast the iteration loop is. In a single sitting, I generated 4 styles, animated 2 full walkthroughs, and did a full room transformation. That's not a weekend project anymore. That's an afternoon. And it's worth mentioning, Omni Flash and Nano Banana are just 2 pieces of what's actually on Higgsfield. The platform's built out a full suite around content creation. There's motion control for animating characters and product shots, background removal, upscaling for both images and video, voice cloning for narration or dubbing, and dedicated tools for building out full ad campaigns if you're doing commercial work. It's genuinely one of the more complete toolkits I've come across. Most of what you'd need for a project like this one is already sitting in the same place. You're not jumping between 5 different platforms to get it done. So to recap, generate your base room with Nano Banana 2 Lite, animate a walkthrough with Omni Flash, then just talk to it to change styles, or watch the whole room transform from empty to finished. No reshoots, no starting over every time you change your mind. If you want to try this exact workflow on your own space, links in the description, first line, and pinned in the comments too. Let me know what room you'd redesign first. See you in the next one.